in the general conference, we have now all the manuals that is downloaded in the internet, all the qualifications, all that should be done in the chaplaincy. The structure and everything is there. Since Philippines is very much in the chaplaincy, and we have the very able chaplain director in the division, can we just simply not maybe adapt because it's the program of the church? They simply follow everything there in all aspects, so that there could be no more some kind of maybe I'm also connected in the CPSP, and they have also the ACT. But since this is a church matter, I don't know what would be your directive.
I think you are doing the right thing here in the Philippines. You're adapting what we have created for the worldwide, which is the intent of what we have. What we created in the General Conference is to be adapted to the local needs, to the local identity. So I am happy with what you're doing. I am happy. As a matter of fact, sitting down here, I am going to take some of the things that you're doing to the other divisions of the world that are having problems that they need to face. For example, where in the Inter-American Division, they had this tug war between the education department and the chaplaincy, because about 80% of the chaplains in the Inter-American Division are chaplains in our schools. And so they want to call them chaplains, but they do not qualify. They do not have any CPE. Most of them are just coming fresh out of college, and they're being sent to the school to prove that they can be pastors, so that they will be sent out to a district later on.
Along with that, Pastor Rudy is here. There was a previous action. Of the division that all the principals in the division, I don't know if it's in the division or maybe just in the Philippines, that they are being
ordained.
called to become the chaplain. And so they are principal at the same time.
Chaplain.
They act like a chaplain in the hospital, in the schools, in all schools, in the elementary school setting. I think this to justify that we can make appropriations to help the schools, and so they are given that position of a chaplain at the same time a principal, so that we can make appropriation for the salary to help the school. But that is where we try to argue, because they have no training, they are not graduate in theology, they are education, and now they are acting as a chaplain. They have not even one unit of CPA. They have no orientation, yet it has been there.
Well, that's the reason we have to be very careful, because words do matter. Pay attention to what I'm saying. We have to be careful, because words do matter. According to the education department guidelines, the person responsible for the spiritual life of the school is the principal of the school. The chaplain functions as an advisor to the director of the school. Okay? That's the reason why in the Inter-American Division, they solved that problem. If you do not qualify for chaplaincy, they have endorsement. And if you do not qualify for chaplaincy endorsement, you cannot be called a chaplain. So what they call you is director of spiritual matters, or spirituality in the school. Spiritual life coordinator, or spiritual life director. That way, you can still receive the appropriations, you can still use the process, but you give people the right title.
Thank you.
Give people the right title.
Yes.
But you see, you can also use what is being presented here, because there will be principals that are very well involved in the spiritual life of their school. And they can take a couple of units of CPE and they can do the process, and we can give them a certification as a
Spiritual
Counselor.
spiritual care counselor. Or we can even change the title, because this is ours, we can do whatever we want. So we can change the title and say they're certified spiritual
as long as advisors.
spiritual advisors,
As long as
or
there
whatever.
is spiritual.
As long as it will not carry the term pastoral or chaplaincy, so that there is no confusion. And that action was not actually, I don't know if it was pursued, because I have personal conversation with Pastor Milgar on that, and our understanding is before a principal or a teacher could be considered as such, they need to take 1 unit of CPE. But there was no one that was recommended to us. I don't know. So in conclusion, hence church members cannot claim the title of a chaplain if they introduce themselves as is the chaplains. No. Now let's go for the legal basis. Our Constitution, 611, Article 3, 1987 Constitution, this is what we call the Equal Protection Clause. Never in our laws and Constitution that a church will be required to affiliate with organizations, whether evangelicals, National Council of Churches, for the chaplaincy endorsement. There's none in the law and in the Constitution. What is required is, it is suffice that the church will endorse their candidates under the equal protection laws of the Constitution of the Philippines.